What up? It's your homie Twitty, and I'm back at it with another reaction. So, I keep seeing the name Imminence, the band name Imminence, in my comments, and yeah, they're supposed to be a Swedish metal band, I believe, too. I actually didn't look anything up about this band. I just sat down this morning and was like, I keep seeing this name. Let's check it out. Someone said that there's some violin metalcore, so I mean, we'll see. See if I like it. But it's Imminence, Chasing Shadows, and the song Alleviate. So we'll go ahead and pull that up. I got the lyrics right here. Make that full screen. Let's go. Imminence, Chasing Shadows, and Alleviate.
I fear the end has just begun as darkness festers in my heart.
It's a pretty powerful voice just off rip.
I fear the end has just begun as darkness festers in my heart. I know I can't go on chasing shadows in the dark.
Ooh, ooh, okay, okay. I like that violin. It's a very like haunting melody almost, I would say.
I've been searching for a remedy between the devil and the deep blue sea. Say the words and you will set me free before the sky is falling down on me. Take my hand
Nice.
and guide me through the valley of shadow of death. Hold on to heaven, hold on to heaven.
A nice fry. I fear the end has just begun as darkness festers in my heart. I like that. They use the word fester. You don't really see that often. It's kind of just like, you know, it's like dwelling, but it's like also like it's just uneasy feeling, you know. So it's gnawing at you. I know I can't go on chasing shadows in the dark. Now, my first assumption just from hearing this is that like he's just talking about like you know how they talk about like chasing ghosts, you know, things of the past, you know, just this longing for something that's no longer there, you know. I've been searching for a remedy between the devil and the deep blue sea. So he's searching for something to solve his problems. Say the words and you will set me free before the sky is falling down on me. So he thinks his freedom is from somebody else. They're talking about like a relationship. You know, I mean, there's numerous things that could talk about, you know, as far as like relationship between a person, between an organization, you know, a connection between you and your higher being, you know, God, whatever you want to call it. And he says, did I get to, I don't know if I made it that far. I can't remember how far I exactly made it into the lyrics, but we'll go back and we'll listen to this because he's got a very unique voice. Like it's a very right off rip, it's a very haunting song, I feel like. He has a very powerful voice though. And I like this style of music, especially I like the violins and the other instrumentation. I kind of wonder if like they just do a lot of violin or if like they just use different instruments that you just wouldn't expect, you know. Um, but let's see.
Between the devil and the deep blue sea. Say the words and you will set me free before the sky is falling down on me. Take my hand.
Okay. The fry, yeah.
Through the valley of shadow of death.
So he said, "Take my hand and guide me through the valley of the shadow of death." So I mean, that's just like, I believe that's actually, isn't that in, that's in the Bible or something like that, or in like a hymn of some sort. And he says, "Hold on to heaven, hold on to heaven." So he's holding on to something. He's longing for something. That's the feeling that I'm getting from this song. Because like chasing shadows, I mean, it just sounds like chasing, like what chasing ghosts would be, like, and I've heard that before, and you know, it's just a longing for something that's no longer there. Yo, I like these real highs down to this melodic singing. That's always cool. I wonder if he does some guttural stuff. I'd like to hear that. The switch. Yeah, all right. That's actually pretty catchy too, to be honest. So like, I definitely want to see myself singing this later. So he said, "I feel it crawling underneath my skin. In the dark, I hear them whispering." So, this thing is bothering so much. It's just all that he can feel, and it's just making him uncomfortable. Um, from the shadows calling out my name, feel the fire going down in flames. So like whatever this thing that he's longing for, which in my opinion, now seeing the tombstone and everything, is obviously it was like a loved one or something, or like, significant other died, they're gone, and they're just longing to be with that person, like, just complete broken heart. It's a story that's been done. And but it happens, and it's really sad, and like, he's digging his way down to the casket. It's a very deep song. I didn't expect this right off rip. I didn't even expect this kind of a sound, to be honest. So it's actually very, very interesting. Obviously, this person's been dead for a long time if they're a skull already. Oh. Ooh, that was a beautiful use of the violin. The violin, I love the violin. I just love the way it sounds. I love the way it can be incorporated into melodic tracks, especially metal. Like metal that uses violins is something that just I love. Yeah, and like I have a if you can't tell, I have a very strong love of like symphonic black metal. So must just be my upbringing of Cradle Filth and stuff like that, King Diamond, Merciful Fate. That was a nice little switch. It's kind of like unexpected, to be honest. Like I thought the song was gonna end because like it's at the end of the lyrics on the screen for the next song. So I was like, I think the other song's gonna kick in soon. But like, damn, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in the background with like because like I believe they said this is metalcore, so like incorporates like synths and like dubstep sounds is the best description I have for it. It's like I can hear like a in the background. Like my buddy Brian over at Destructive Media always says, you should listen to music in headphones because it's engineered to be listened to, and headphones are on a good sound system. So, good headphones go a long way with music. And that's the plug. Destructive Media YouTube networks. Oh. Whoa. Okay. He's like playing the violin like really really like hard in the background, and it's like creating this weird noise in the background. It's like adding to the suspense. So now we got Alleviate, I believe is the next song. Yeah, Alleviate. I hear him whispering. Shadows calling me. What is it saying though? That's a foreign language, obviously. Interesting. All right, I love piano too, so it's already got my attention. That's just a nice little melody right there, and then the drum pattern.
Am I destined to wear these chains? Am I the one to blame? Why everything goes up in flames? Remind me once again. Tell me what you see. I see fire burning desperately.
He's got a very nice voice. It's very polished. It makes me wonder, like, are they actually like signed? Because like I could definitely see this. But it says, "Am I destined to wear these chains? Am I the one to blame? Why everything goes up in flames? Remind me once again. Tell me what you see. I see the fire burning desperately." So obviously, he's dealing with like regret and self-loathing and things of that nature, is what it sounds like to me. Because like just and it feels hopeless about it. Because like, am I destined to wear these chains? Like that seems like hopelessness. Am I the one to blame? So like it's self-reflective, but it's blaming yourself. And I mean, at the end of the day, like. And if a situation keeps occurring over and over again, and you're the common factor, obviously you're the problem. But like, um, it's not good to just sit in that blame and to hate yourself for it. It's just to remember that you're human and to learn from these things. I believe that that's the true way to, you know, getting better. Like you're not gonna get better if you just sit on it and dwell on it and hate yourself, right? But he says, "Why everything goes up in flames? Remind me once again. Tell me what you see." So he's relying on somebody else, because he doesn't feel these things about himself. He's relying on something else to tell him these things. Which I mean, again, it's completely relatable. I think most people have felt like that. I'm not gonna say everybody, but most people. Some people are just psychopaths and don't have emotions. But all right, so let's see where this goes.
to wear these chains. Am I the one to blame? Why everything goes up in flames? Remind me once again. Tell me what you see. I see fire burning desperately. Don't let me down. Silence the sound. I feel my heart break apart, bursting into pieces under all the secrets.
So he says, "Don't let me down, don't let me down. Silence the sound." So whatever this is, it makes him feel at peace. And I believe this is just a continue. Obviously, if it's the same music video, it's a continuation of the last song. So I mean, maybe it sounds like he's searching. He's soul searching for something to help him. He said, "I feel my heart break apart, bursting into pieces under all the secrets." Like he's just crumbling under his pain, his misery, and just the things that he's dwelling on. So he said, "When shadows fall and darkness calls." I mean, from my experience, I know that like my depression is always worst like at night, in the middle of the night, and I used to stay up for hours on end. I used to be a complete night owl. I used to work third shift for years too. So like this is all true. um but I remember my depression was the worst, like in the middle of the night when like no one was around, and I just felt like I was completely and utterly alone. And I can even remember times, when I would go out and hang out with people because I just wasn't feeling the best and I just wanted to cheer myself up. And it was like when I'd get back home at night, and I'd close that door, it would all just come back, and he says, "Save me from myself and alleviate the pain." So like he's asking, he's begging something to help him, and I mean, totally relatable. Like I really am enjoying these songs. The deep lyrical content. It definitely, I like. It's just very pleasing to the ears too. Like it's very cohesive, instrumentation wise. I mean, it's not exactly your normal run of the mill like metalcore song that I think of though, and they're definitely more than just that. Like they're actually a band and stuff too. I mean, they play instruments, and you know, and this guy can really sing. I'm still upset that I haven't heard like a guttural sound. It's just been mostly like highs and fries.
Hate that I feel like I'm lost, that nothing ever changed. I'm tired of looking.
So he said, "Hate that I'm feeling lost, that nothing ever change." And I find it funny that he used just the word change, because like he doesn't even say like, because like he almost doesn't even believe in the word itself. Like he couldn't believe in changes, like he couldn't believe in multiple changes because nothing changes in life. So he just talks about change, plural, or singular. My bad, not plural, singular. Um, and I mean, when you're depressed and you're in that state of mind, man, it feels like it takes forever. You feel like you've been that way forever. It feels like an eternity. When you're depressed, time just goes by slower, and yeah. Um, Yeah. Oh wow. Let's keep going.
I'm tired of looking round rooms.
The thing is, though, is that things do eventually change. It's your depression lying to you. That's what I wanted to finish saying right there. Is that, you know, there's a voice in my head that, when I'm depressed and it's telling me all these things, and I just gotta remember it's a fucking liar. It's been long enough in the little video. I can drop an F-bomb. It's a fucking liar. So don't listen to that voice.
Never change. I'm tired of looking round rooms where everyone's a stranger. Am I doomed to make the same mistake and put myself to shame? Like everything is just a game. Alleviate the time.
So I really relate to this because this really just reminds me all of the things that I went through in my active addiction. Um because he's saying like I'm tired of looking around rooms where everyone's a stranger. Like I felt so different, you know, and I still do sometimes. Like it's something that's never went away. Like and I look around and I just feel so alienated from everybody else and I don't relate to everybody else that everyone's a stranger to me. I could be in a room full of people and still be the loneliest person in that room. And I remember, just thinking about like, am I just gonna keep doing this over and over again? I knew I was making a mistake at the end of my addiction, using more and more. And I did. I treated it like I was gonna get some second chance or a restart, and it's like, no, those things aren't a given. Not everybody gets not everybody gets off drugs and stuff like that, man. Like it's very far and few in between people that do. I believe that we're moving in a better direction because people are getting more help than they used to. But he says alleviate the pain, and then it goes back into tell me what you see. I see the fire. I see fire burning desperately. Don't let me down. See, and the thing is because it's like I was always searching for that thing outside of myself that was gonna make me happy. And the thing about this that's ironic about this song is that like he's asking for something else to alleviate the pain, and you got to find that for yourself. You got to find that from yourself. Um so yeah, but beautiful, beautiful song. Like I really enjoy these two songs together.
Just a game. Alleviate the time. Won't you see? I see fire burning desperately. Don't let me down. This is how I
This scene where he's looking at the mirror too, like also just makes me think like it's just a song purely about self-reflection. Purely about self-reflection. comes the violin. That's a great. They have good timing with that. Like, do they use violins a lot? Like, drop that down below and let me know. Ooh. So, definitely enjoyed that. Thanks for the suggestion, guys. I really appreciate that suggestion. Those songs are definitely gonna go on a playlist. Very self-reflective song, makes me think about a lot. And if I'm gonna leave you with one thing after reacting to those songs, just remember that there's only one person that can save you from yourself, and it actually it is yourself. Like you have to find what makes you happy. You have to find what makes you happy, better. Like, happiness comes from within yourself. And it's a hard thing to find, and you might have to surround yourself with some good people. I know that I did. I surrounded myself with a lot of good people, and I got to a point where I was okay with just me. And I mean, I struggle with it every day. Don't please, for the love of God, do not think I'm perfect. I'm not a saint. I don't walk on water. I'm a normal person. I struggle every day to just deal with my mental health and everything that's going on in my life and the stresses of my life. Um, but things do get better. Things don't always stay shitty. And I hope you guys all have the best life that you possibly can, and I hope you have a great week into a great weekend. And I hope you guys all stay safe out there. Drop more Imminence songs below if you want me to react to more, and I'll get to them when I can, guys. Peace out, my friends. Later.